Britical Saiyans here, I'm Joe.
And I'm Matt.
And today we got the Super 17 deck.
Dr. Mew, Dr. Jiro.
It's Super 17.
It is Super 17, yeah. So yeah, the unawakened side is the leader. We're going to be going back and forth a bit at the moment. So anyway, we got auto, when this card attacks, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You add up to 1 android or machine mutant card, both green and range, cost of 6 or less, from one of them to your hand and then shuffle your deck. Okay, that's always good. And then awaken when you lost at 4 or less, or you have 2 or more energy, while 1 or more android 17 and hellfire 17 cards are in your Z energy and battle area. Draw 2 cards and add cards to your life to your hand. It might just be me being a tit with the reading here, but you don't actually have to have 2 in your Z energy and 2 in your battle area, do you?
When you have 2 or more energy, or 1 or more Android 17 and Hellfire 17 Z energy and battle. I think, yeah, between those two
areas. It'd be between the 2 areas. It's not just me being like just reading it and thinking, hang on a minute. The way that's worded made me think, that can't be it, surely. No way.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit excessive.
Yeah, it'd be really annoying to have both of them out and both in the Z energy.
And yeah, then you rip until you got 6 left. Go away. Stupid things. Right. So yeah, onto the awakened side. We'll find it. There it is. So we got Hellfighter 17 plans in motion. It's got auto. When it attacks, you get draw a card. It's got 2 activate mains. Both of them are once per turn. The first one is you add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, and then choose one of your opponent's unisons and remove a marker from it.
That's alright.
Okay, so you've still got high life, and you want to get yourself that tiny bit lower. You can be like, and I want to remove a marker from that.
Yeah.
And then you got the other one is activate main once per turn. Place 1 card from your from under one of your Super 17 cards under this card, and for the turn, reduce the skill cost of a Z Awaken on Super 17 ready to absorb in your Z deck by 1 green.
Which is useful.
Alright. So we'll get to that when we get to those.
Yeah. So we got Android 17 and Hellfire 17 synchronized. 4 cost 15k, it's an SR. And it's got 2 active mains, both flip 1. First one being pay green. If your leader is a green Super 17 card or a green Hellfire 17 card and you have 2 or more energy, play it from your hand. And then you place it at its own drop. Play it from 1 Android 17 and 1 Hellfire 17, both green and energy cost of 1 from your deck, and or drop their skills negate for the turn and shuffle your deck if you look through it. So it's pretty useful.
So you're going to awaken turn 2 then?
Pretty much.
Because you just go, pay the 1 green, bring this out, swing with it, use this other activate main, sack it off, bring out the 2, and then because you got the 2 out, you just use the awaken skill on the leader.
Yeah.
So it's a turn 2 awaken, in theory. Right then, going on to an 8 cost, Super 17 Onyx Lightning. Alright. So yeah, 8 cost, 30k power, blocker. Then it's got auto limit 1. If you lead a card, it's also an SR. Okay, doing all the SRs first apparently. There probably is more, but you never know. If you lead a card as a green Super 17 card, when a card is placed from under this card in its owner's drop by your leader's skill, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, KO it, and your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. That's kind of annoying for your opponent.
Yeah.
So I'll just kill that, and you lose a card. So you just lost 2 cards. Have fun. And you got activate main, limit 1, paying 2 green. If you have 4 or more energy, and you choose 1 Hellfire 17 card in your ZNG and 1 Android 17 card in your battle area. Right, okay, so you've got to have the Hellfire in your Z energy and a regular 1 in play.
Yeah.
Right. Play this card from your hand and place all the chosen cards under it, and this card gains double strike, barrier, and dual tap for a turn. That is really good.
Yeah, and that's a nasty combination to give it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only for the turn, so it's like, that's good because it just means you won't have the barrier for your opponent's turn, so that they'll be like, I can finally get rid of it.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, I like that.
So next we've got Hellfire 17, the Brainwasher. So 1 cost 4k. It's got auto when it's played, draw a card. And he's got 2 active mains. First one being place a card in the enemy's drop. Play up to 1 Android 17 Brainwashed fighter from your deck with its skills negated for the turn and shuffle your deck. So it just gets its partner, I guess. Then it's got limit 1. If you use green Super 17 or green Hellfighter 17, and you place 1 non-green Hellfighter 17 from your ZNG in its drop, add this card from your drop to your ZNG. Okay, so you just swap out a ZNG basically.
Yeah, to try and have them in the areas, isn't it? I'm guessing the other one, the Android 17 does the same thing, something, or at least something similar.
Yeah.
But we'll find out when we get to him, I suppose, because they're not. None of these are in order.
Nope.
Point proven. 6 cost. Super 17 Hell's Avenger. 20k. It's got blocker, auto. If you lead a card as a green Super 17 card or a green Hellfighter 17 card, when this card attacks, use up to 1 card from under this card in combo, and your opponent places one of their ZNG in his own drop.
Ooh.
Okay, so you get a free Z charge, essentially, because you're not using a card from any of your key resources, so your hand or anything like that, basically. And then you get rid of an energy on your opponent. That's really good. Activate main, limit 1, pay in a green. If you have 3 or more energy and you choose 1 Hellfighter 17 card in your ZNG and 1 Android 17 card in your battle area, draw 1 card, play this card from your hand, place the chosen cards with the skills, with this skill under it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you just pay 1, bring out this by, and then put those 2 underneath, and then against double strike and barrier. So same as the 8 cost.
Just without the dual attack.
Just without the dual attack.
So not the leader again.
And then the 3 cost 17.
So Hellfighter 17 calculated cruelty. It's 3 cost 15k. Got 2 active mains that are limit 1. First being if you pay a green, if your leader's Super 17 or green Hellfighter, and you have an Android 17 card in play, play from your hand. And then if your leader's a green, same conditions again, and you place 1 green non-Hellfighter 17 card from your ZNG in your drop, add this card from your drop to ZNG. So again, just like you swap to ZNG.
Yeah, so you can always have the right ones in the Z energy and the... Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we got key energy absorbs. An extra card, 1 cost. It's counter attack. So you limit 1 for this, unfortunately. Negate the attack. Additionally, if the attacker was a Saiyan card, choose up to 1 of your Super 17 cards to switch it to active mode. Permanent, if your leader card is a green Super 17 Z leader, has to be a Z leader, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost by discarding another card from your hand instead.
It's useful because the Super 17s do have blocker on them, so it means you can get them to attack and then restand them.
Yeah. Or you can double block.
Yeah, but the downside is like you have to be attacked by a Saiyan to gain the additional effect.
Yeah.
So.
Which, yes, is about 90% of the card pool, but you know.
Yeah, large
that's me exaggerating, but yeah, it is a.
There's a huge card pool for that, but it's not great overall.
No.
As a free negate, it kind of sucks.
It's a green side deck card for that deck.
Literally just for that deck.
Yeah, it's for that deck only, isn't it? It's like, unless they do another Super 17 like this in the future. There isn't one already, is there? A green Super 17 leader.
There was one in set 3 where he did the whole absorbing to evolve, and then the last one you could absorb cell for, but it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't very good.
Okay. All right. Is this you or me? I can't remember now.
Yes. So we've got Android 20 Vengeful Alliance. It's 2 cost 10k. So, also, when this card is KO'd by an effect skill, add one green Android 17 card from edge cost of 3 from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. And he's got auto limit 1 if your leader is a green Son Goku GT card. This card and Doctor Me Vengeful Alliance are in your warp, and you send one green Son Goku GT card from your hand to your warp. At the start of your main phase, draw one card.
Okay, so it has an auto for both decks.
Yes.
It just does whichever, depending which deck you got it in.
Yeah.
Okay, Z Leader. Right, is this the first Z Leader?
Yeah, this is the first one, but there is more to come.
Well,
Yes, it's the first Z Leader.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking for the name on the other thing, but yeah, okay. So yeah, Z Leader, it costs 2 Z energy and 2 green, but with the skill of the leader, it costs 1 green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to be at 4 or less life, and it's Z stack 2, so green Super 17 leader, and when you put into play, you gotta take the 2. And then you got auto at the end of your opponent's turn, place this card from your Z leader on top of your leader. Okay. So yeah, at the end of your opponent's turn, place this card from under your Z leader on top of your leader. Okay. I'm guessing that's because of the Z stack. And then you got activate main once per turn. Place onto 1 green Android card with an energy cost of 1 from your deck or drop under this card, and shuffle your deck if you look through it. Okay, so that's how you get cards underneath. Well, an extra card underneath. Alright, so we got Android 17 Brainwash Fighter. So it's 1 cost 4k. It's got barrier, auto, when its card is played from your hand, from hand only. Okay, that's one thing to consider there. Trying to think, there might, well, there's obviously got to be a way to play it other means, but yeah, so yeah, when you play it from your hand, you look at top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 1 green Android card, and you cost 6 or less from one of them. Yeah, so energy cost 6 or less from one of them to your hand and shuffle your deck. So yeah, just your normal 1 cost searches. Hits good portion of the deck, so that's fine. And so you got Android 18 Powerful Quarry. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. 1 cost 5k. Activate Battle, limit 1. You send this card from under your Super 17 Z leader to its owner's warp. Up to 1 of your leader cards gets 5k for the battle. Okay, so you can just have the deck's got a built-in Senzu Bean then. Interesting. So now we're on to the other. I think there's 3 Z leaders for this deck. So the next one, which is this. So yeah, Z leader, 3 costs and a Z energy. Z awaken for 2 green, 2 colorless. You know, so 2 or less onto a green Hellfire 17, and then auto if an Android 18 card is under your leader, and you place 1 card from under a Super 17 card in your battle area in its owner's drop. At the end of your turn, place this card from under your leader on top of your leader. Okay. Auto once per turn, when your opponent attacks, choose up to 1 of your Super 17 cards and switch it to active mode. Okay, that's great. So get one of your blockers back. And then auto once per turn, if it's your opponent's turn, when one opponent switches 1 of their energy to rest mode, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and energy cost of 4 as and KO it. Oh, that's quite nice. You want to make a play? Well, it's going to cost you a little bit more than you want it to.
God, I'm back now. And I always find it weird seeing 17 when he absorbs 18. They're like, what do we do? Just like, let's just give him like beautiful blonde hair, make him look like a fanboy princess. So, all right then. So we've got Doctor Mew Vengeful Alliance. It's 2 drop 10k permanent. If your leader's green Son Goku GT card and this card's in your warp, you can't play non-green battle cards. Alright. Active main at 1. If it is green Super 17 and you have 4 more energy, and you place this card from your hand in drop, play up to 1 Android 17 and 1 Health Height 17, both range costs of 1, from your drop with their skills negated for the turn. So, again, useful for both cards. Very good in the fact that you're just able to bring out 2 lots of 17s.
Again, it's just another way of getting them out, isn't it?
Yeah.
To utilise the effects.
Shall I take this one as well?
Yeah.
Yep. So we've got Super 17 Diabolical Union. It's a Z leader, costs 3 ZNG and 4 energy, 2 of which being green.
This is the last of the Z leaders, isn't it?
I hope so. While you're at 2 or less, it goes on to a green Hellfire 17. It's got 2 autos, both once per turn. First being when it attacks draws. Second one, if it's your turn, when an opponent's energy is switched to rest mode, switch this card to active mode and choose it from one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. That is pretty useful. Just lets you get another swing from the leader. And then active main, if a cell is under your leader and you place 1 card from your hand under a Super 17 in your battle area in its own drop, place this card from under your leader on top of your leader. So it's a way of getting into it without having to do all the energy costs just to play it out normally.
So the Z stack, you put the other 2 Z leaders underneath it and then use their skills to
swap around.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. And we've got the cell. So cell, powerful quarry, 1 cost 5k. Active battle, level 1, pay green. Send this card from under your Super 17 lead to nearest warp. Your leader gains double strike for the battle.
Z leader.
Oh yeah, Z leader.
Yeah. Just like the 18.
Yeah. So it's just an inbuilt chomper.
Yeah. It's an on-colour chomper, which is great. Yeah, it's only a 5k, but
I mean, you could just use the Android 21. That does the same thing.
Yeah. You don't get the combo. You literally just get the double strike and that's it. You don't get the combo power.
Yes. The Android 20 is better. Because it gives double strike and 10k to an Android. So, this will be GT Goku.
Is that the GT Goku? That's the GT Goku stuff. Okay. Right. So, there you go, guys. So, you know what the next one's going to be.
Yeah.
So, yes, that is the Super 17 deck. Yeah, it does seem quite out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it involves a lot of swapping round, but it's not too bad.
No. Alright guys, hit that sub button, leave any thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.